Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 4 of November Project, the show, with your host, Bojan,
and BG. I'm here as well.
episode 4. We made it. So far, so good. How you doing, BG?
I'm great. I got to give a shout out to our girl, Laura Green. She's feeling under the weather. She's not with us.
Hope you feel better soon, Laura Green.
And in an attempt to keep this viewership perfectly on time, tell them about our goal.
Our goal is 8 minutes. So I'm going to start 3, 2, 1, go. 8 minutes.
8 minutes show. Where do we begin?
Status update. Where we are in the world of November Project these days.
We're a few weeks in. And I think when we reached out to our co-leaders and the November Project community early on, it was right after the NBA was suspended for the season. We didn't really know what, and we still don't, but I think it was like a couple weeks and then check in. And so here we are.
March 12th was when we shut down the workworkouts. And
right.
It was still kind of like, should we not? Not all the cities should be influenced by this.
And that first week, you posted the Wednesday workout, which we were posting on Tuesday morning so that the two November Project cities in Asia could see it on Tuesday night and do it Wednesday morning. So that's the Tuesday morning thing. And then last week was Laura, and this morning I got to drive the car. What do you think? You take a look.
I did take a look. There's a lot of jumping. I must say, you and Laura Green clearly missed Boston because he was leg heavy workout with he designed. And now your workout is all jumps and squats and things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hurting again.
What did you think of the content, the demos? That was pretty pro. Do you like that?
Pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. I really appreciate a good burpee, chest all the way to the ground. That was nice. But where can our viewers find that?
That is at November Project Instagram story. And we've saved it as a highlight as well. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, if you want to find the weekly workout that just went up this morning. But the demos, very brilliant work. Brilliant. Can be found in your story.
And it's going to disappear by the time this goes up because it's only 24 hours. Those stories last.
So speaking of the groups that we have in Asia, Miri in Malaysia and Hong Kong, early on, why don't you catch us up on that? Early on with the lockdown for COVID-19, you had the back and forth with Hong Kong, and I know that you were on top of that communication. Walk us through that. What was that like?
Yeah, so folks at Hong Kong, they were already dealing with this virus, and China, mainland, as well as Hong Kong, they've been dealing with this, obviously, in like December and January. And they actually canceled the workouts for 3 weeks, I believe, for a period of time. They were in the thick of it, and they were kind of testing things out. And actually, a lot of things that we were doing, we were kind of modeling based on what they were doing. But they went back to the workouts, and they were working out for a couple of weeks. And then on March 12th, we decided we're going to shut down all the locations. And for those guys, it was a little bit heartbreaking because they just got back to it.
Yeah.
And but caution tale, now they're shutting things down again because people dropped their guards. People stopped taking this as serious as it is. And so the cases in Hong Kong spiked up again. And the chief executive, Carrie Lam, made the announcement a few days ago that for another 2 weeks, they're stopping all the gatherings of 4 or more people. So, cautionary tale to all of us that if things do start flattening out, whenever they do,
sure.
We're still not out of clear.
Sure. Yeah, and so shout out to NP Hong Kong because they were very patient and understanding with like a 52 city unified message, because they were in a position where they actually could have continued hosting workouts during these last few weeks, and they were cool about. So thank you to that group, and then a little bit of announcement to everybody. The hashtag NP continues. I mean, look, it's just that thing in the fitness world where everyone kind of needs to get their fitness brags out there. And it might not be everyone's style, but if you haven't gone on and looked at hashtag NP continues, it's awesome and it's inspiring. And you're going to find other NP cities. You're going to find other people in different corners of the world doing this thing. And man, if there was a time for some cheesy togetherness, which clearly we believe in, go to that. I mean, I hate to push the hashtag, but that's all I'm doing these days. Anyway, Speaking of pushing the agenda, it's 4 minutes in. So I would love for you to replace Laura with the 5-star review. This is Laura's 5-star review. 5-star review.
5-star review.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Laura's 5-star review today comes from Bojan. And I don't know, all the people in the world right now, we're all glued to our phones and our devices. And one piece of content that really caught my attention was Some Good News by John Krasinski. For the folks who don't know, he's an actor made famous by the show Office and has been doing movies, feature films left and right. And what he's doing is something similar to what we're doing. He's sitting in his office and he's recording a show, a YouTube 15-minute long show of news, but only positive news. And it was so cool and so endearing in the world of insanity and uncertainty and anxiety and scary situations and so much sadness, to have so much positivity. You know, I was always on the fence about John Krasinski because, you know, I always had like Jim from Office, kind of like the goofy guy just making faces. But then, you know, he took on some action roles and I was like, can he really pull it off? But like, he brought me back in. He's been crushing it with this. And so 5-star review to Some Good News.
Some good news. Some good news. Just before we jumped on, I told you about a podcast that I listened to on a run yesterday morning. And I think that's a cool thing. Everyone's jumping on right now and saying, hey, if you have old friends you haven't connected with in a while, or write a letter. But like the next step thing is what you just did. Go check this out. Sending a video or sending a piece of media. So the 5-star review, Some Good News.
Some Good News.
Speaking of which, we're at 6:20. We got about a minute and a half left. You and I took it back to the old school on Saturday morning and met for a run. You were in Vermont. I was here in Minneapolis. We set a meeting time. I woke up and drank coffee. You woke up and didn't drink coffee. And we FaceTimed for 1 minute. We ran for 60, and then we FaceTimed again. And it was
awesome.
It was the best.
It was the best. Yes. If you didn't tell me that, I probably wouldn't go running.
Oh, for sure. And it was cool because it and this is so cheesy, but it took me back to original days of like, oh, Bojan's probably ready. I'm kind of behind schedule. So if you have a friend and you want to share some media, share something you're digging, cool. But this whole FaceTime for 1 minute at a start time, a run that you shared together in the same moment, not on the phone, you're just doing your own thing. But then to know when it's over, to jump back on and be like, how'd we do? And not even how many miles did you run, but like that togetherness thing. Ooh,
if running is not your thing, come up with something else, just some sort of activity that's gonna have that start, face-to-face conversation, activity, and then finish it off and check in how it was and how life was and all
that. So next episode, Laura's going to be back. Check out the 5-star review of Some Good News.
That's right.
If you're not already doing hashtag NP continues, get it on. You've got a workout that just went up this morning. And call an old friend and send some photos and send some content. Maybe even meet up with them for a run.
That's 8 minutes.
That's 8 minutes.
I'll see you Friday. Peace, man.
Peace, man.